Good evening from InvestSharp. This is Randy Smotone with your Monday, May 3rd market update. On the economic front, the monthly personal income showed a month-to-month rise of 0.3%, and a month-to-month consumer spending rose by 0.6%. The ISM Manufacturing Composite Index came in at 60.4, which is the strongest reading in 6 years. On deck for tomorrow is the monthly U.S. pending home sales number, and there's a few others that probably shouldn't be market moving. The dollar, gold, silver, and oil were up. Copper was down. Light sweet crude futures were up another 4 cents today to settle at $86.19 a barrel. So we're looking at the dollar ETF UUP, and so we've got a ascending triangle here, and we've got resistance around this little over 24 area, I guess. The MACD is still lower here, but it's hard to tell. We could break out. The dollar seems to be gaining some strength again. Take a look at the point and figure chart for West Texas Intermediate crude. So we're about to break out higher here. We need to print this 88, but it's pretty strong. Bullish price objective is now 98, and crude looks like we're headed higher. Let's take a look at the Dow. Dow closed up 143 points to 11,151. S&P closed up 15 points to 1,202. Nasdaq closed up 37 points to 2498, and Russell closed up 16 points to 732. Russell had the largest percent gain, up 2.26%, and the Dow had the smallest percent gain, up 1.3%. So, Russell was the weakest Friday, and now it's everyone in buying again. So we're looking at the Dow. So we're range bound right now. Really, we're still stuck here between say 11,000, 11,200. All the charts look similar here. We really need to overcome this 11,200 area. It's obviously got some resistance up here, and we still so we'll see what happens. But the market seems to be ready to buy. At least today it was. S&P isn't quite close to its highs before, so I'd like to see us take out, close above this 1,210 is what I'm watching for, and I can get a little more bullish. I just want to make sure this isn't just kind of a bounce before we go lower, but I don't know of any, news out there right now really going to cause us to go lower since, the Greece, the EU countries agreed, to the 146 billion bailout of Greece. So, I don't know. Of course, there's always going to be something, but so that's what that looks like. The Nasdaq, same with the Nasdaq. I'd like to see us, close above these prior highs here of about 25, 15 or so. So we still are, again, in this kind of tight range. Let's take a look at gold. Gold still looking good, still right up here, kind of these pretty tight, but after it gapped up a little bit the other day, we're still holding it, still looking good. Silver, same way, small little kind of dojis, not really going anywhere, but still look good. Copper's nasty. Copper's just, we broke down lower here in copper with some volume. So copper's not looking too good, and neither does FCX. If you take a look at FCX, it's kind of beating that one up for copper. And the financials, let's look at XLF, the financial ETF. Financials actually could be, looks like a little triangle could be building here, something like that. We'll see if that's what the case is here, but financials did get, there was no buying though. If I look at the XLF, there's a lot of selling, not seeing much buying here. Financials are still a little weak, pretty much because of Goldman. Let's take a look at the VIX. Look at the VIX, lost another 8%. So we've gotten pretty wild here in the last, 4 or 5 trading days of bouncing up and down. These 100 and some point days make it kind of wild to figure out if you think you should be long or short other than intraday trading. So I've spoken about before. Let's take a look at the Russell on the 60-minute chart. And, using my MACD here, the Russell, I had it drawn here. I'm not sure what the Russell's doing. It looks like it actually, we'll see. It could be something like this. Could be in a channel down on the Russell or not. Like I said, I don't think there's that much weakness in the market. But, we've gone up, we've touched, we've touched, we've touched. We're going back up. We get back up here. Like to see us take out this 735 on the 60-minute chart here, and of course then I won't think we're in this kind of a channel down anymore. The MACD though, as you can see, the MACD's coiling, which makes me think, and it peaked out a little above my trend line, which trend line's not real accurate, but so we'll see. MACD makes me think we're going to go higher, so take this off. I don't think this kind of topping pattern. I mean, it could be playing out, and maybe it's more of something like this here, but I don't know. So right now the market's looking all right. Just kind of go over that. Sectors. Go to look at the sectors. 15 to 16 sectors we follow finished in the green today. The semi index had the largest percent gain, up 2.63%. Again, the one they sold off the hardest Friday. And gold index was the weakest, which are the gold miners, down 1.14%. Let's go take a look at the McClellan. Whoops. So McClellan, still neutral. We keep hanging around this kind of middle area here, minus 6.44, so it's not really telling us much. Let's go to chart watch. Some of these charts I actually looked at, I think, on the watch list that I didn't get out till today because we had some issues. But this PWER, massive gap up. It's real strong, though. You might want to watch that one. NLC broke out today. It got way up here. I don't know what, kind of crazy, huh? Massive. But you might want to keep an eye on that one. Vulcan Materials, believe they had earnings here after the bell, so you might want to keep an eye on this one. It's got some resistance around this $60 mark though, but it's been really strong, so keep that one on your list. Rosetta Stone, Rose, is right here about to break out. As you can see, kind of got a V shape here, so watch that over $26.10 with some volume. Should have a decent breakout. Chevron's been really strong. Looks like a ascending pattern there. CVX looks good. Gold still holding it up fine. We've already talked about that one. A lot of the shippers are looking pretty good. Nordic American tried to break out and then it pulled back today. It's got some good volume though. Nice little ascending triangle. Oxy's been real strong. Occidental Petroleum. I think it's got more in it. Depending on the market, this coal mining stock is, of course, it has gaps. I hate these that gap like this, but a lot of these do that, especially if they're ADRs. So I don't know. It's looking pretty good. JRCC is real good after its earning. Gapped up. It's still holding its gap, so that's a positive. So keep an eye on that one. CXO broke out today. Looks good. Watch X. This is real important here because this goes back to November time frame, almost October. Touched, ran, touched, ran. Guess what it did today? It touched and they started buying. So keep an eye on still here. This would be a very low risk buy point. And of course, if it takes this out by I don't know, 50 cents or so, you could bail out. But keep an eye on X. Skyworks still looks good. Big move up after earnings. Celgene still holding tough. AGN holding tough. I like these. Tech still looking good. I like this tight consolidation type pattern. They typically break higher. Of course, it depends on the market, but they typically break higher. Looks good. UTX, another one looking good. It's got a little pennant going. Some of the semis. IPGP. Big move today, but it's looking strong. SanDisk, they keep wanting to buy this. When it broke out above the downtrend line today, looks good. SIMO, this thing's had a huge move. It's 17%, but hey, if it takes out $6.50 with more volume, it can go higher. So even though it was massive today, RMBS. Nice tight consolidation. Again, bullish. It does have some resistance up here around this 25.50 or so area. It's touched there, and there, but I like Ramus is looking good. This little KLIC tight consolidation after it gapped up here, so it could break up or break down. And then TSL is looking real good. Nice ascending pattern here. Watch for a breakout over about 27 with volume. And over to the current market signals, follow the point and figure chart for the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P. There's really no changes here. Nasdaq's still on a sell, has not gone back on a buy yet, and these are still on buys, and no changes here. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching InvestSharp's daily market analysis.